Okay, I am your poorly aging sarcastic PC witty gamer, and this is Fallout 76,000. I decided to load it again because apparently there's all kinds of new content in it. We will find out more. And it's been pretty good because of the new content for a while now. We're not really playing as Ken Brown. I don't know why it says we are. I believe we're playing its YouTube channel. We'll take a look if it ever loads right here on your favorite YouTube channel, the Poorly Aging Sarcastic PC Witty Gamer channel, where you're falling in love in stereo. You know, we're getting ready for WWE 2K26,000 to come out within the next few days. So I played different things. I played Oblivion. I played Madden. I played 2 different Bible trivia games. Ended season. Your unused tickets will be exchanged for gold bullion. Claiming later will allow you to change which character receives the gold bullion. Okay, I don't know what any of this is about, but... Introducing gold bullion. See, that's why I didn't know what it was about, hadn't been introduced to me yet, right here on your favorite YouTube channel, the Poorly Aging Sarcastic PC Witty Gamer channel. Earn treasury notes by completing Wastelanders' daily quests and public events. Convert treasury notes to gold bullion at gold press machines up to a daily limit. I don't know what any of that means. I'm sure they think they know what they're talking about. And they probably know what they're talking about, but I don't know what they're talking about. This world continues to look great. Register as a volunteer. Thought I'd already done that, but I do have more than one playthrough, though. I could be confused. As to what I've done and not done. That is a hazard of playing one character. Survivor Story, Tabitha. Let's play it.
Just talking to this? Oh, yeah, am I loud enough? Okay. Hi. What do you want me to say exactly? Yeah, so just talk about how you got here and maybe a little bit about your life. This is a historic document. Go ahead, Tabitha. Okay, so, thanks. Okay. I've been sober for 9 days.
Okay.
I got here 9 days ago. My name is Tabitha. And this is my story. I just found out about everything. The war, the bombs, I just realized this was really happening. For years, I thought the chems were playing tricks with my mind, hurting my brain. I thought it was the worst trip ever. Every time I'd come out of my haze long enough to look for food, I'd find more chems and, well, they kept going. And I kept seeing madness.
Make yourself at home. I did.
Look, I would have been wandering around fighting giant rats and eating garbage if not for the responders. They're good folks. That doc in the church, got me some meds that are helping out a lot. And they have group therapy meetings, and it's good. It's good. I think it's helping.
It could be a placebo.
So listen, you should avoid the mountains. They'll just get you mixed up. Get you doing things you don't want to do. Hurting people mostly. And there are so many chems up there. I spent too long there, and I hurt people. I couldn't think right. I couldn't. Oh, it's okay, Tabitha. Remember what we said in the group? Take your Addictol and rest, and things will be okay soon. It's okay. We're here for you. Yeah. I'm taking it. When I feel better, I'm going out west, though. Getting out of this place. Getting out, getting away from the chems, all of this. I feel better every day, but, you know, years of chems, years of rads, years of sleeping in the mud. It adds up. Yeah.
So what? It doesn't add up to story, apparently.
Okay. Thanks for sharing your story, Tabitha. Get some sleep.
What story?
You're safe now.
I was waiting for a story. I didn't hear a story. I heard I was addicted to chems. I didn't know this was all true. I hurt people. She doesn't tell us who she hurt or how she hurt them. She doesn't tell us where she's from, what she did for a living. Did she live before the war? Did she grow up during? I mean, I don't know anything about her. Welcome, survivors. This program was developed to turn regular survivors into certified responder volunteers. As a volunteer, your job is to help others, and our job as responders is to help everybody, including you. Well, yeah, let's register that. Welcome to Robco Industries, trademark. Term line. Welcome, volunteer. Transferring course to your external hardware. Report to Responder Kasha McDermott for future instructions. Flatwood River. I don't know where that is, but at least we have something to do now. And the world looks good. I don't remember what level this character is, and I think this is the female character. At some point, I believe we will see her face. I'm assuming it's a YouTube chick. I think YouTube Dude plays this game too, though. And for those of you who don't know the delightful story, neither do I just know the story. And the story is, I got this game before it came out, meaning I pre-ordered it. And it was a terrible disappointment. And I would play it from time to time, only because I had spent so much money on it. I had to get something for it, but I literally never enjoyed it because it didn't have any talking NPCs or anything like that. Oh, here's another journal.
Overseers. Let's call this a personal journal. Not an official log, just something from me. The Agricultural Center. One of my first posts was volunteer. I was so excited because I used to come to this same farm when I was a kid. I remember that morning at the automobile, me running through the corn maze, going every which way, Mom and Dad yelling after me to slow down. Wasn't gonna happen. I guess I was always doing my best. Couldn't just be a Pioneer Scout, I had to make troop leader. Couldn't just be a good student. I had to have straight A's. God, I miss those early days. Being a kid. The three of us, our simple life. Our simple house. No wonder they were 10.
Welcome to the Farm.
I'm losing health here, so if I can disengage from a battle, I will.
Farming operations in progress.
I usually get bored reading,
Continuing
like, you know, the notes about updates and things like that. It makes me want to play the game, though. And it's not that I don't like reading, but I don't like reading games. And so what happens is I read a little in the files about an update, and it either makes me want to play the game again or not. So I was telling the story, although it's in nearly every one of my videos from Fallout 76,000. And that is simply that I never got anything out of the gameplay. I was usually dead. There was nobody to talk to. There was nothing voiced. You got the quests from terminals, notes, and things like that. It felt soulless, lifeless. And people let, you know, Bethesda know that they weren't into it. Okay, nothing from wife is right. But something from Fend is right. So that doesn't have two like Fend, so select entry to view. Facility's all busted. Tried restarting the generator, but fusion core is spent. Every able-bodied soul is busy fighting, not growing crops. The people need this. Responders came through with a fusion core. Plugged it in and the whole place lit up. What a sight! But all the Mr. Farmhands are hunks of metal. I am not grooving on that music, by the way. Heard we lost a battle near Grafton. Got to get the farming up before it's too late. People are starving out there. Got one farmhand online. One. All the VT terminals were fried. Having to figure it out on my own. Success, the whole fleet of Mr. Farmhands are up and idling, but they won't move. Just got their vocal circuits back online. Keep complaining about fertilizer. Just plant the seeds. Any yield at all is better than nothing. Got in the central memory thing for the farmhands, running out of options. I'm not a robot tech, so I'm doing the best I can. I haven't heard from anybody, not even Marge. But if anyone's out there, they'll need food. Just got access to course settings. I'll fiddle with the fertilizer settings. Maybe if I set it to 0, they'll just start planting. Thank you. So they did listen to the fans, and they started adding content. You've seen people now in this game that actually talk to you. By the way, I don't even remember how many quests I tried to do in the original game. A lot of it was just about staying alive. And there's some of that still here, of course. But now there are definite quests. And, you know, from time to time, not every, patch or upload did I play or anything like that. But I did around because I paid a lot of money for the original game. And I decided, and again, this story isn't new. If you've been watching this channel, hopefully you enjoy hearing this story, because if you watch my Fallout76 material, you will hear this again and again. And that is, I decided to make a video because this was still on my desktop. So I decided, well, I cover Bethesda games, so I should cover Fallout76. And I fully intended to make a video about how bad Fallout 76 was. And this was years after Fallout 76 came out. In fact, this was this year, if I remember correctly. And I had all those same problems. Jank, dying, finding nothing to actually like with the character I'd been playing forever. And I thought,
now that people have come back to this area, they'll all want to be setting up places like Foundation.
who's saying that? But that's not what I thought. I thought, okay, now I'm into this more than I wanted to be, because I just wanted to make that video about how terrible the game is. But I decided, okay, I'll start a new character so they can see from the beginning how awful it is. And that really changed everything. With the new character and the new stuff that was coming out, it was interesting. I think I created a guy first, and then a woman, if I remember correctly. I know YouTube chick was a new character. She was fun to play. And there were definitely NPCs that were worth talking to. By the way, I don't like usernames that are just a bunch of random numbers. It doesn't tell me anything about you. That was a real player in the game, and I don't know if they were trying to connect with me, build a team or not. I didn't build a team with them, one, because I'm talking to you. But two, I wouldn't have remembered them, you know, just a bunch of numbers. I've only multi-played this game once, and I did enjoy that. But I haven't seen that person online ever since. And usually when I go to play this, I look. So that could be somebody that doesn't play the game anymore, isn't on the same server, only plays it rarely. Who knows? But I have enjoyed this multiplayer once. Anyway, starting with a new character, waking up in the vault and knowing that I'm going to go through the little tutorial and start all over. I found new characters. I found quests. I found people who talk to me. And I found that I wanted to play the game. I wanted to play it so much, in fact, that they've set it up now in a way that was not original, in that you could exit the vault at level 20. To me, that felt like cheating, and it felt like it was taking away some of the best part of the game. For me, any Bethesda game, some of the best things about it are those first few hours, when you don't have the best armor, and you don't have skills. You might have to retreat from an enemy. You're not superhuman. So, YouTube chick went out without opting for going out of the vault at level 20. In fact, I don't think I've ever been level 20 in this game at all, and I have been playing it off and on since it released. I do enjoy the beginning of adventure games, and pretty much any game, more than the middle. So there are people who played it less than I have who are higher level than me, and that's cool.
Dasa has asked us all to document our stories for posterity, you know. It seems like a fine idea. So, hi, I am Kesha McDermott. When the bombs fell, I was in Watoga, coordinating a statewide science fair for that year's high school kids. And the theme was the future of energy. After the bombs, everything was pretty chaotic. Scavenging for food and fighting off rabid survivors. Oh, it was just a bad time all around. I found a couple of surviving kids from the high school whose parents didn't make it. And we holed up in a house in town for a while. After a bit, I was able to solder the circuitry in an old radio, and we tuned in to a broadcast from the responders. Oh, we were overjoyed. The trip from Watoga to Flatwoods, it was rough, mind you. The kids and I ran into a group of
assholes in the mountains who stole our food and water. I can't tell you how happy I was to find the responders in Flatwoods. Tents for everyone, open kitchens, medical supplies, protection. We were safe. They had a problem, though. Their water sources were contaminated heavily. People were boiling water, but not long enough to make it safe.
Was that the end of the journal entry? I thought if I slept.
So, I stepped up and I said, I'll build a testing kit to monitor the contamination, and I will teach folks how to properly boil water. And I did. The world is getting better, but slowly. We need to make sure it doesn't relapse, too. It's going to take time and care, that's all. Well, time, care, and science.
Okay, it was pointing me here for some reason. Something about testing a water sample. I thought if I slept I would heal. Maybe that doesn't happen in this game, or maybe it only happens at certain levels. I don't know. Test a sample of water from the river. Well, how do I do that? Water testing kit. Okay. How do I use it? Okay, I did it. So there were... The more expansions there have been, the more things there are to do. And I haven't seen everything in the world. And I should say that this isn't like the Elder Scrolls Online, where I've started, 30, 40 characters or something. There's the original one I had in the game. There's YouTube Chick, who I'm playing right now. And there's a guy, which is probably YouTube Dude. This feels more focused. There are things that annoy me about it. One is you slow down to nearly a crawl when you run out of energy because you're encumbered. And, I'm used to using mod in these open worlds that let me carry as much as I want. Well, I can't carry as much as I want here.
Now it's going to be pouring down rain.
As far as I know, there is no modding community for this. because it's an online game, they wouldn't allow mods that would change anything fundamental. Now, before it came out,
Begin mulching subroutines.
I knew about it for a long time. And they did say that there would eventually be the mods. Like I said, I don't know of any. They made a lot of promises. Another thing they said was that it would forever be free to play, which is
I don't like the fog. Even
is
just the mist makes it
sort
harder
of
to
true,
see.
but sort of isn't true, because they have versions of it that you have to pay to play in those worlds. And spoiler alert, I haven't done that. I think I still have some bad memories of when it first came out, but I do like the game now, or I wouldn't be playing it. A lot goes into what games I play on this channel. I do try and think of the audience.
Protect and serve.
Although I'll admit, I often get the audience wrong, because a good example would be after Fallen Raised and I did that football game, I asked him what he'd like to see on the channel.
This, fix that.
And other than him saying he'd like to see it fold and go away and, you know, not be a thing anymore, he said a spore video.
Potential composting target.
I thought it was a terrible idea because Spore has been out since like 2008 or 2009 or something. And so I didn't think anybody'd be interested. And as far as a long, in other words, a video that's not as short, that video I made, which kind of felt uninspired and things like that, has turned out to be the one that's gotten the most views on this channel. And that tells me that as much as I know about my audience, or think I know, it's certainly not an infallible knowledge. I'm already encumbered, and I don't know if there's the raiders back there, so I'm not going to go loot the body. Yeah, I wish I could run all the time in this game. And I can't because I'm encumbered. And it's really... I'm not used to managing my inventory or anything like that, and it just seems tedious to me to manage my inventory. So most of the time I am over encumbered in this game. That's a design choice they made and a play choice I made. The world does feel a lot more alive, and I like the exploring, finding out what's out there. So as you can see, I'm only level 12 right now. One of the things that makes me different from a lot of gamers, I think, is that I'm not... just trying to level for the sake of leveling. It looks like I'm gonna die. Oh, okay, I didn't die. But we got close. I tried. I don't like fast leveling systems. In the Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion Remastered, for instance, I have on purpose changed the leveling to be a lot slower for me. And why is that? Well, it's because in the first time I played the first game, well, the first time I played Oblivion, it just felt like I was leveling up every time I sneezed. It didn't feel rewarding or anything. Now it feels very rewarding to level in that game.
This is Gabe Ramses.
Hi,
I'm
Gabe.
leaving this message to inform the Parks and Rec Department of the horrible experience my family and I had this week at the Alpine River Cabins. Look, we were all looking forward to a nice weekend getaway in the wilderness, but between the constant shaking in the cabins, rodent swarms, and blood-curdling screams, well, I'm more stressed than I was before. My boys were so upset they swore they saw the picture frames spinning on the walls. My tax dollars pay your salaries, so I demand recompense, or you can bet I'll do my darndest to make sure that money is in someone else's pocket next election. And one more thing. Maybe you could get off your lazy butts and pick up some garbage here. This place is filthy. I know all the recent hubbub about atomic war, but that doesn't mean the place has to look like it was just hit with a nuclear bomb!
Hey, Rita. So, right now, you're asleep, enjoying your last peaceful night's rest for God knows how long. And I thought I'd record something for you to remember me by while you're locked away inside Charleston Fire Department. Training for the prestigious opportunity to dive face first into a bunch of mine fires with the rest of those fire breather nut jobs. Honestly, though, ain't no responder alive who's a better pick for that crew than you. Just make sure you don't forget the basics with all this fancy new training. Always check your seals, hit stop, drop, then roll. The order's important. And, most important, don't come back all crispy. Because I love what I'm looking at right now.
That's typical. You'll just be walking along, listening to a story, and somebody will hit you from behind. I don't know what you fight bees with, and I can't run away, so... I don't know if the bees have the ability to killify me or not. They're annoying me. Looks like they're doing damage. And this game still continues. I don't know what that is. It still continues when you have your inventory open, and so you can't just go in there and pull something out when you're under heavy attack. Well, I mean, you could try, but there's no guarantee it'll work. I'm using Radaway because those are obviously enemies here, and in case anybody fires upon me, I want to have my best chance of survival. there's a real sense, at least for me, and I don't know how other people play it, but there's a real sense of I don't know what's around the next bend most of the time. And that's crucial, I think, to an adventure game. I had to take that guy out because I was trying to retreat, and he was in my retreat path. If I remembered where my stim packs were, I wouldn't have to open up my Pip-Boy to get at them. I think. I'm not sure. The guns each feel different, and there's a variety of them. This went from a game that I only played because I paid for it and I don't like to be ripped off, to a time sink. Like, I'll play it for 10 minutes and then look up and 3 hours are gone. Last night, Carson caught some lost couple out in the woods, poaching one of our traps. I told him they didn't mean anything by it, but he wouldn't listen. He tied them up and made them walk the plank that him and Ethan built last week. I thought he was just going to scare them a little, but before I knew it, he had shoved both off into the pit down below. This is getting scary now. All day they listen to that crazy woman on the radio. They won't shut up about that place to the east. They say they have supplies and shelter. But we're doing just fine here. I really wish those two would just leave already.
I should be the boss. I will find you!
There you go. I'm reading a letter thinking everybody in this area has been cleared out or has run out or whatever. And there I get evidence that ain't the case. That Uncle Sam outfit was originally a part of the pre-release more expensive package. I didn't just pre-order this. I pre-ordered it, the most expensive version of it. And this is definitely YouTube chick. She's a black girl with glasses and purple hair. It's typical of the kind of characters I like to create. Who or what is shooting at me? I like diversity in my games. But I've kind of gone away from diversity lately. Too. By playing really black characters. Like, the darker I can make their skin, the better. But I like to give them purple hair, which I know is not natural or anything like that, but to me it's just a good look. And I enjoy playing as them. I wouldn't say I have a propensity for playing black characters more than white ones or Asian ones or Mexican ones or whatever, but I think the last few characters I've created in the last few games they're black and they have purple hair. If those options are available to me in WWE 2K26 in a few days, I might do that again, you know. But of course I've created white wrestlers in games before. I don't think we're allowed to talk about race, so just forget I said any of this stuff. One of the things I like about having a compass isn't just to tell me where my quest objectives are. The thing that I get the most out of with the compass in these games is that empty outline. It tells you there is something to discover, but until you travel to that place, you may not know what it is or what it's going to be or whatever. This keeps me in the game longer than anything else. That simple outline that says there's something there and you haven't discovered it yet. Even if I'm tired or want to go to bed or I've got other things to do, when I see that, I think, okay, I'll get to that one location and then I'll go to bed, or then I'll do whatever chore is around or whatever. And they stack up. As you can see, there are several on my screen right now. The compass is at the bottom. There's several of these outlines that are saying, come on, come discover me. If a game keeps me longer than I intended, and it's not because I'm fighting the gameplay elements, the system, well then it's a good game. Okay, I think that outline is that tower up there. And there could be good guys at the tower, it could be empty, there could be bad guys there, there could be monsters. Like, there's a settler, he seems to be a good enough guy. I might even go talk to him.
I'm all out of water.
Oh, her.
Chopping tree after tree. We will make this place feel like home.
Well, I'm trying to talk to her.
You'd think we'd start using some more metal like the raiders.
You'd think you would talk to me. First thing I think when I see dead people is, did I kill them? Have I been here before? I don't think I have been here before, but somebody killed them and left the bodies out. I don't know how good of a look you're getting at this game. I think you're getting a good sample, though. I mean, because it's not all combat. It's definitely not all story. But there is compelling combat in it. And there are storytelling elements. All presented in a Fallout 4 type world. The same interface as Fallout 4. The same type of graphics as Fallout 4. And that can be a good thing, especially if you like Fallout 4.
Holy Mothman, shepherd me. This is a worthy death.
I do like that whole don't get too comfortable thing. I mean, to me, that's fantastic. These are cultists, but I didn't know they were cultists when they first showed up and came after me. I think in real life, if somebody shoots at you, you might not have time to process, well, what faction are they from? What is their motivation? If your motivation is to stay alive, the first thing you're going to think of is, how do I protect myself from them? Maybe followed by, how do I eliminate them so they don't eliminate me? These pumpkins are irradiated. I should have figured that out. I need to take a lot more rat away, or, well, I need to take a lot more rat away, which means I'm going to use up all that's in my inventory, unless, now I don't even know if this is possible in the game, and that's one of the intriguing things to play it for, is, am I going to get to the point where I can create rat away in my inventory or at a workbench or something like that? I think so, but I'm not sure. I definitely need a good supply of it in this world. Again, when you see me slow down, that is not a problem with the video. It is an element of the game in that the character cannot move as quickly when they're carrying too much stuff. And I'm almost always carrying too much stuff. Another mysterious outline, so we're going in that direction. There are paid expansions to the world of Fallout 76,000. I haven't paid for any of them.
All wood must be chopped.
Which means I don't have them, by the way. I don't know if there's, piracy ways to get them or not, and even if there were, I wouldn't do that. It's kind of important to look around. So, I saw people on the horizon. I was sure that they were enemies, but when I put my gun sights on them, I found out they were responders instead.
Someone in need out there. Now I know what the settlers are going through.
So I don't know if the responders can ever become an enemy to you. But obviously, if I had just come in, guns blazing, the first time I see movement, I would be shooting the wrong people. But, that's something you can experiment with if you want. What if I shoot all the so-called good people? Do they turn against me? How is my gameplay different if I play as evil? As opposed to playing just merely as a survivor or an adventurer. Good role-playing games let you do that. And that's some of the replayability of Bethesda. Sometimes you might be playing as an all-out hero good guy, and then you start thinking, what if I played as a bad guy? Or you take on different roles in the game. You might be a courier in one playthrough, and then you might decide to find out what it would be like if you were a smuggler. I don't know.
Make it just like Mama did. Oh, I'm sore all over. Oh, building this place up is hard work. Oh, I'm sore all over. Building this place up is hard work.
Okay, a brewing station. I will see what, if anything, I can brew. Well, I don't have the stuff to make wine, so, or spirits, or beer, so that's an incentive to, if I want to brew those things, to go.
If those raiders come snooping around, they're gonna regret it.
Go collect those ingredients.
It's time to turn over a new leaf, to restore this land of glory.
It's kind of genius giving you these motivations in a generic way, rather than just it be, I found a note somewhere and this is my new quest, you know. I hear people and I don't see any of them, at least not yet. Okay, it says that's a Brotherhood initiate.
I'm glad we guard our tech closely.
I don't remember if I've ever talked
Stay
to
on your
anybody
toes.
from the
The
Brotherhood
wasteland is
in this game.
merciless. Grow up.
Guess she doesn't want to talk to me.
Science solved a lot of problems back in the day, but look what else it wrought. I'm glad we guard our tech closely. Greetings, civilian.
I'm not sure why I don't have a gun in my hand. Could be that it simply wore out.
The elders have so much to teach us. I hope I'll get to meet them in person. I know how to fix things. That's a skill, right?
See, I'm already thinking about closing down this video because I'm in over an hour. And yet, you know, there's an outline. What's it gonna be? And so I think to myself, well, I'll go to this one next place indicated on my compass. And generally that can go on for quite a while. Now, I don't know if the gun went out of her hand because she was out of ammo, or the gun condition got low, or somebody stole the gun from her. I don't know any of those things. But this is how the game plays. Right here on your favorite YouTube channel, Poorly Aged Sarcastic PC Witty Gamer channel. There's elements of exploration, inventory management, combat, obviously. Storytelling that's actually improving. I heard they added Bigfoot to the game. I haven't seen him yet. Or that might be something that they're doing in the next few days.
Where's the next stop again?
Now, if you like this content at all, please consider subscribing. You can hit the thumbs up button. You can leave non-threatening, non-profane comments below.
Big old bowl of soup back at Big Mac.
You can share this link with other people. And you can watch more links here on this channel, whether you subscribe or not. Any of those things that you do helps the algorithm at YouTube to make this content available to more people.
Keep the line moving.
So I am your poorly aged sarcastic PC Witty gamer. You are watching YouTube's
really
poorly
need to
aged
clean up around
sarcastic
here.
PC Witty gamer channel, where you're falling in love in stereo.